This is your WWF news of a Tuesday afternoon. Thank God it's not pissing down. Great. Now, I want to tell you a story of ordinary injustice. I should say Mickey Mouse justice. This happens to be a case, an offence committed in 2018. You know, here in Italy, before it rose to the courts for the past 8 years, it probably even went in the prescription. Well then, in the year which I said was a month of May, a certain Nigerian chap of the age of 38 was travelling on a bus in the province of Trento, up in the north, 7:45 in the morning, which was a Sunday. A woman was filming him choking his chicken and banging the one-eyed chap. Having sexual excitement from a porno video which one of his mates sent to him. That's how he justified himself. Well, he got nicked in the end because these immigrants had a special bus pass, and obviously the lady's video obviously helped to have him traced down. First, he was condemned for public indecent exposure, 3 months. And obviously the district attorney of that case at that time asked for some type of home arrest for him, and probably sign on every week down the cop shop. And I'm just not amazed here in this country who commits this type of it's a sexual offence, therefore he has to be considered as a sex offender. But here in Italy doesn't exist that type of thing. Probably in other countries, yes. Wait a minute. The most astonishing thing is he appealed against this sentence, and he was let off the hook in the end. You ask yourself, how is it possible, and on what grounds? Because his solicitor, which took his defence of office, stated it was a Sunday and there weren't no kids on the bus. Excuse me, it doesn't matter whether it's kids or whoever. It's a criminal offence in this country, and there are people on the bus, probably women as well. And he was acquitted from this so-called sexual offence which he got banged up with, and will probably be seeking compensation from his government for being imprisoned unjustly. And the fact is, this chap results, he has psychiatric problems. Or really psychiatric problems of a sex maniac, you should say, left on the hook. This is typical of Italy. When it comes to what I call here in Italy the resources, those who should pay the pensions for the Italians, which they pass more time on the dole. They never work hard, honestly, life in their miserable life here in Italy. And regarding the health system here in Italy, when they deal with psychiatrical disorders. He's a sex maniac, this chap is. Because if it would have been an Italian, they would have thrown a book at him. That's for stars. Here in Italy, not even their bias, magistrates. Because I remember a case, a person who I know, we were talking about 30 years ago roughly, at Pisa. This bloke went for a piss and two women saw him. The most stupid thing he'd done is turned around and start shaking his pecker in front of them. And these two women waited. When he went away, they took down his number plate. And the day after, 6 in the morning, the police came to collect him. They take him down to the cop shop. Fingerprints, third degree, riot act, the works. And seeing it was his first offence, he could serve the sentence or pay a hefty fine. In the end, it cost him altogether €10,000, fines, legal costs. But mind you, these type of things remain on your criminal record. It won't be cancelled, especially if you have to apply for firearms. You probably have to pay some type of, money or another fine to the government to have your criminal record cleared. But it always remains on the database of the Home Office here in Italy. It's probably the fact certain offences like indecent exposure is no more a criminal offence. It's more of a simple fine you receive and pat on wrists and on your way you go. And this is what probably happened to this Nigerian chap. And mind you, how many cases of these resources, illegals, those who should pay the pension for elders, and they wake up Monday in Africa to collect the pension, to work for us. No, we work for them. Because they was on the dole, these people, 9% of them. It goes to show how the justice system has just gone upside down. It's turned into a Mickey Mouse show, practically. So, if you get catched on bus choking your chicken, and there's no kids around, there's a probability you might get away with it. That's if you're one of those illegals. Well, if you're an Italian, they'll throw the book at you, that's for sure.